Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is teacher. I'm teaching. Hello, hello. People, I see three people, four people now. This watching me. I see three people, four people now. This watching me. 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 Someone asked a question earlier, and someone was asking if the teacher's face will not appear. Well, like I said, this whole thing is programmed in a way that you can actually specify that from this particular minute to this particular minute, this is what will happen. Then from this particular minute to this particular, so everything you've been seeing since this class started are things I programmed that let this happen when it is this time. Let this happen when it is this time. So if you are a teacher, you can just decide that, okay, from the beginning of the class to the end of the class, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and teach my students directly. Let's now go back to the topic of the day, renewable and non-renewable energy. Now, you see, we all know what renewable energy means. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not Mr. Peter, okay? So that is that. Why non-renewable energy is energy that you can't reuse after you have finished using it. And from what you have seen so far in all the previous slides, you will see that there was a diagram that listed all the sources of renewable energy, from wind to solar to every other one you saw there. While non-renewable energy, which is not even good for our planet now, is on the other side, talking about nuclear, fossil fuel, and all other things you saw. So basically, that is what. So if it's Mr. Peter now, Mr. Peter will just stand here and continue teaching you people. But I'm not Mr. Peter. So so what are the advantages of renewable energy? Renewable from natural sources that can be replaced over a relatively short time scale. So examples of renewable energies include solar, wind, hydro. You know what hydro means? Water, geothermal, and biomass. So non-renewable energies come from resources that are not replaced or are replaced only very slowly by natural process. You know how long it takes for crude oil to form before we can even bring it out from under the ground. So that takes a lot of years. Now, the primary sources of renewable energies in the world are fossil fuels like charcoal, gas, and oil. Mostly in Nigeria, we use oil, petrol, diesel, and all that. Nuclear energy is also considered non-renewable because there is a limited supply of uranium in the Earth's crust. And nuclear energy comes mainly from that particular element, uranium. So when planning the energy profile for various communities, the advantages and disadvantages of renewable versus non-renewable energies need to be considered. So now, what are the advantages of renewable energy sources? Because renewable energies are not burned like fuels, they do not release pollutants into the atmosphere, and they provide cleaner, healthier environment. Sources of renewable energy are found everywhere in the world and cannot be depleted. Costs for tapping renewable energies are decreasing as technology advances. And once established, maintenance costs are generally low. Solar will come to mind. It's not as if you'll be paying for sun if you are using solar energy. Are you getting my point? Some renewable energy plants have the potential to generate more jobs than highly mechanized fossil fuel plants. Most importantly, there are little or no greenhouse gas emission associated with renewable energies that are contributing to driving up the planet's temperature. So, what are the disadvantages of renewable energy resources? Initial cost of setting up. 1 minute, please. The echo of that TV, because as you can see, I'm always seeing what is going on there. Because when this class we are having now, like I've been saying, parents shouldn't access it from their mobile phones. Most of the students who have registered on our own platform, they are using their TV at home. So they connect the TV to maybe a laptop or a desktop or some other devices. Let me show you an example. This, like this. So this is what actually connected to my TV. I'll show you now. Look at it. This is what it's showing. So this particular live session, I programmed it to be just 10 minutes, which means by 10:40, our class will move on to another 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 10 I have programmed. That is where you will now see your students will see you like Zoom. I know a lot of people have been hearing about Zoom. Everything you have been seeing so far. They work with your own lesson plans, your lesson notes, your timetable, your school, and everything. But because people now want something like Zoom, the next uh, in the next 2 minutes, what will come up is your Zoom. So maybe I should just go back to the class. So renewable energies like solar and wind require large tracts of land to produce energy quantities that will be competitive with fossil fuel burning. Renewable sources of energy are also affected by weather. For example, if you are using solar and there is no sun, that means you won't have energy. It reduces their reliability. For example, when turbines only rotate, there is enough wind at a given speed and solar panels do not operate at night. You understand that now. So that brings us to the end of this my live session with you. I hope by now you know what renewable energy means and you know what non-renewable energy means. Let me see how many. Okay. So I can see Hawa, I can see Hawa, I can see Sulaiman, I can see Hawa, Sulaiman, Salahuddin, Sofiat, Tijani, Sufyan, Al-Amin, Mujahid, Ayatullah, Rukayat, Adamu, Sophia, all of them, but they are not logged in. So that's why I can't communicate with them. Assuming they have also logged in at home, we'll see all of them here, and I can still see others: Rashidat, Noraini, Sufyan, Usman, Abdul Qadir, Abdul Rahman, Islamiyat, Abdul Qudus, Habibat, and all of them. I forgot. Now this screen that is showing now, as you can see, as you can see in the diagram on the screen, you can see the sun. Can you see this? You can see the sun, and you can see how it's. Can you see this? And you can see how it's. In the diagram on the screen, you can see the sun. Can you see this? You can see the sun, and you can see how it's.